Salama family, what's going on? It's Brother Tour. And guess what? Today we're going to go check out a famous monument here in Gaborone, Botswana. It is the three Dikgosi. I hope I said that right. Y'all don't get upset with me. Talks about the three kings who went to England to be a protectorate for the country of Botswana. So listen, we're about to hop in the van and head over to the monument and go on this little tour. So y'all stay tuned. A lot of information is going to be given, so I hope y'all enjoy.
For our national anthem, are you ready for national anthem for Botswana?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fatseleno la runa, kimpoya mudimo, kibuswa jwa borra, etu alinenka kakiso, tuham bana, tuham emang basadi emang kafalang, rekopane le hudirela, le fatsela rona, inalinkela tumo, la chabaya Botswana, kakutlano le kari, sano dibo pakantse moho, Tuhan bana, Tuhan emang basadi emang kafalang, rekopane le hudirela, le fatsela rona. Let me say this, you are welcome to our monument with both of my hands. Also you are free to take photos. Also you are free to ask questions. The monument, it's called Three Dikgosi Monument. As Dikgosi means chiefs. Like here in our monument, it goes to 6 pillars. The first 3 are on the side, last 3 are on the other side, then we've got the statues. Myself, as I'm here, I am a Botswana from the ethnic group called of Balete from Ramotswa. Here in our country, we've got 15 tribes. People of this country are called Botswana. The country, Botswana. National language, Setswana. The official language, it's English, which is mostly used in our government survey business affairs. In this country of Botswana, its size, roughly, is same as Kenya, France, and even as Texas in the US. Surface area for this country is 581,700 square kilometers. In this country of Botswana, it's entirely landlocked, bordered by its neighbors, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Namibia. In this country of Botswana also, it's 84% covered by Kalahari Desert. And most of its population is settled in the east and the southeast of this country. About the first pillar here, picture here, just shows a warrior here holding axe together with spear. Name of the pillar, it's called Botshabelo in Setswana. Can you say Botshabelo? Yeah, this Botshabelo word, it's a Setswana word. It refers to a refuge. So during those times, 1820s to 1830s, there were those wars called Difetani. As the word Difetani here, it's a word used in the country called Lesotho, or in English, you get the terms of travels. This wars started downside in South Africa, where they were including a Zulu warrior called Shaka Zulu, and those were running from this Arabian Botswana. When they arrived here, that's when they were given this refuge. That's why chiefs for those times. And even at the moment, here in our country, we've got the refugee camp. When we're going towards the northwest of this country, when we're going towards Kasani, there is a place called Dikgosi. We've got close to 3,000 refugees. Some of them are from Somalia. Some of them are from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Some of them are from Eritrea. And even the Angolans were here before. But the Angolans, they went back to their original country. It seems like those political issues, things have gone back to normal. Then they've gone back to their country. From here, we are moving forward to the second one on the other side. About the second one here, picture here just shows typical Botswana chief here seated on a chair. During those times, our chiefs is in some traditional attire. And also mention some earrings as the trademarks. Here it was just to acknowledge our chiefs of those times and even about their braveness. The plinth, it's called Bohaka in Setswana, as this Bohaka refers to heroism. The years are 1830s to 1880s. So during those times, there were also those fights caused by the Ndebeles and Boers invaders. The Ndebeles and Boers by that time, they wanted to rule. They wanted to grab this Botswana country because way back, we Botswana, we were ruled by the chiefs. Already by the time the Ndebeles and Boers, they were having those guns as our chiefs. By the time, they're using some traditional medicine and witchcraft, the black magic, to strengthen themselves and stand up against their enemies. So as the time goes on, there was a chief covenant for Chief Sechele from the Bakwena tribe in Molepolole. Molepolole, it's going to the west of this country. It's about close to 50 kilometers to go to the place. Chief Sechele, he managed to use this kind of system, the battering system. He managed to give the white gentlemen from Britain some ostrich feathers together with the elephant ivories. Then they gave him some guns, and from those guns, he managed to defend the Ndebeles and Boers invaders. The Ndebeles, originally, they're from South Africa. They were the same clan with the Zulus up until they ran from the Zulus of the wars of those times. So they ran to the country covered of Zimbabwe at the moment. Before the country was covered of Zimbabwe, it was covered of the Matabele land. From the Matabele, it goes to southern Rhodesia up until comes Zimbabwe at the moment. The Boers, originally, they're from Europe. One are from Europe, they're from the country covered of Netherlands or Holland, up until they come and reside in South Africa in Cape Town. Then from here, we are proceeding to the third one on the other side. About the third one here, picture here, just shows a man here stressing a point like he's saying power to the people. Yeah. Here it was time for scramble for Africa. Whether by then the European countries were dividing themselves with the African countries to colonize them or to protect them. By the time this Botswana country was not protected or colonized, because the white based Botswana country as a desert. This in this country as a trade route to pass by two countries, so they think they'll find some minerals. At the end of the day, the plinth, it's called Tshireletso in Setswana, as this Tshireletso refers to protection. The years are 1880s to 1890s. By the time here, there was this man called Cecil John Rhodes. Cecil John Rhodes, he was a wealthy man and ruthless at the time. He owns large shares in mining in Kimberley, and he also owns a company called the British South African Company. By the time Cecil Rhodes, he was ruling the modern Zimbabwe and Zambia. And those two countries, way back, they were named after him. Zambia, Northern Rhodesia. Zimbabwe, Southern Rhodesia. Like the name itself, Rhodesia. Let us dismantle it. The surname for Cecil is Rhodes. When you add this I and A, it makes Rhodesia. The I, it stands for in. The A, it stands for Africa. It goes like a Rhodes in Africa. So as time goes on, Cecil Rhodes wanted to rule from Cape Town to Cairo, the whole continent of Africa, because of his rebellion. And the people of those places against his rule, because they have seen what they have done in Zimbabwe and Zambia. Because by the time Cecil rules, he doesn't care about how people are living. He only cares about his wealthiness. As he felt needed to rule or to grab this Botswana country. Because by the time Cecil rules, he wanted to combine Botswana with Zimbabwe so it can be one country. That's when these three chiefs, they went to Britain to seek for the protection for this country. And they were given that protection in 1895 by the secretary, Mr. Joseph Chamberlain, together with the Queen. The Queen by that time, she was called Queen Victoria. Way back, because South Africa was more advanced than us. When these three chiefs went to Britain, they sent this kind of mode of transport to go to South Africa. There in Cape Town, they climbed some ships to sail the route to Britain. They took 23 days to arrive in Britain, almost a month. In Setswana, we are calling it koto koto. For it to be called koto koto, because it was pulled by the oxen. When they were pulling it, they were making this kind of sound, koto. That will be called koto koto in Setswana. Then from here, we are moving forward to the three chiefs. About the three chiefs, you can come closer. About the three chiefs. These three chiefs, they're the one These three chiefs, they are our nation's founders. And if it was because of them, there was not going to be the country called of Botswana. Those who were the north are going to be the Zimbabweans, South Africans. We ended up being the Botswanas because of these three chiefs. At the end of the day, this place was just built just to honor these three chiefs. And it's not like they were tall like this. This tall is just show how far away to find where this place is. The attire, the way they are, they were the same like this the moment they went to Britain. They were empowered by the missionaries. The material which was used to make these statues, it's a bronze. And even the way they appear in their faces, they look the same like in our historic Saint Botswana. Our currency, it's called the pula. These three chiefs are the one who are appearing in our 100 million Botswana. And even the way they stand, they were talking. When they arrived in Britain, first one had to talk to the queen, it was Kama the Third. Like he stands, he was saying to the queen, Queen, they wanted to take our land. Then the one who's in the middle is called Sibyl the First. Like he put his hand like this, he was saying to the queen, as small as it is, meaning the land. Then the last one who's holding the knob carry is called Batwen the First. And he was just doing knob carry, insisting or stressing, saying to the queen, yes indeed, it is true, they wanted to take our land. The first one is called Kama the Third or Kama the Great. Grandfather to our first president, Sreta Kama. Great-grandfather to the previous president, Sreta Kama. Sreta Kama is the son to our first president, Sreta Kama. They're from Serowe. Serowe is going to the center of this country. Second one is in the middle is called Sibyl the First, son of Sibyl the First. He's from a tribe in Molepolole. Molepolole is going to the west of this country. Then the last one is called Batwen the First, son of Hasitwe the First. He's from a tribe in Kanye. Kanye is going to the south of this country, where our second president originates, who was buried in 2017 around July. Sekitumile Masiri. While they're like this, Kama the Third is the eldest one, followed by Sibili. Then the youngest one is called Batwing. Then it also goes vice versa according to who died first. The youngest one, Batwing, died first, followed by Sibili. Then the eldest one, Kama the Third, died last. Here, it just shows our national emblem or our coat of arms. For example, here in our country, each and every tribe got its own totem. Like the zebra was just chosen because of its beautiness. And also the zebra was just chosen because it's not a totem to any tribe in our country. It's just neutral. The two zebras, they represent our tourism in Botswana. Elephant ivory, cogwheels for mining at the top, they represent our industry in Botswana. Cow, sorghum, they represent our agriculture in Botswana. The waves in the middle are just water waves. The word pula represents our currency. The word pula is a Setswana word. It refers to rain. Also the word pula, it is our slogan of our country, which is mostly used by our political leaders in Botswana. Before they can start some meetings or sessions, they shout the word pula here. And those who are trying to follow after them, shouting the same slogan by saying pula. Can you say pula? Pula. Again. Pula. Okay, that's nice. The colors for our flag are this one and the fence. The first blue represents the sky. The second one, it's white. It's for equality. The black for us as Botswana. Another white for peace. The last blue for water. I think that is all about our flag. Then this tree over here, it's our national tree. It's called Morula tree. As there is this alcohol drink which is called of Amarula. Amarula is from this tree. The fruits from this tree are the one which I used to make this Amarula drink. And again can produce some oil from the nuts of this tree. And also can make some sweets and jam from the fruits of this tree. When it's not ripe, it's greenish. When it's ripe, it's yellowish. For it to bear its fruits during summertime, during December time. From here we are proceeding to the last 3 pillars on the other side. Fourth one there, picture just shows a Botswana woman there putting the basket on top of her head, her baby on her bed. There it was sometimes so tough. When women were left behind to look after their kids, while gentlemen went to the South African men's work for our families and even for the tax. As you can see here, it's a woman here. It also shows women played a part in the nation builder of this country. The plinth, it's called Buitoko in Setswana. As this Buitoko refers to endurance. The years are 1900s to 1930s. By the time here, this country was covered of Botswana land, it had been Botswana. Lesotho was covered of Basotho land, it had been Lesotho. Swaziland was covered of Swaziland, and Swaziland now is now called Eswatini. By the time here, there was a Scottish gentleman called Robert Moffat. Robert Moffat ended up writing the Bible for Botswana. Instead of saying Botswana land, he ended up saying Botswana land, because he was a white gentleman. So the pronunciation here. And by the time the children was poor, times were tough, but communities built schools and dams. The gentleman who was the principal interpreter or the advisor for these three chiefs, Mr. William Charles Willoughby, ended up building a school near Freiburg. The school was called for Tiger Kloof, whereby Mary Botswana attended that school, including our first president, Sister Takama, second president, Secretary Masire, former minister of education, Dr. Rosidi Chepe. She's still alive. And last year on the 20th of October, she was celebrating 101. And even the composer of our national anthem, Kaleman Tuberi Somotsete, and other Botswanas attended that school. The school managed to be closed because of that apartheid at that time, and those ones managed to come back home. When they arrived here, that's when they managed to build some schools and dams. Right now, 3 of them are still existing. We've got the one in Molepolo, which is covered of the Bakwena National School. Second one is in Kokwe, which is covered of the Bakoko National School, while the third one, it was in Muchudi. The one in Muchudi has been transformed to be the museum. The museum is just on top of the hill in Muchudi, is covered of Putadigogo. One of the dam, from the dams, which they have built, which is still existing. We've got the one covered of Makoduma Dam in Kanye. That is after this Makoduma Dam, there was this introduction of water standard pipes. The introduction of water standard pipes started downside in Kanye up until it goes to the place of this Republic of Botswana. Now we are moving forward to the fifth one on the other side. The fifth one here, picture, just shows a soldier here in action. Here it was time for the Second World War. As the first one, it started in 1914 to 1918. Second one, 1939 to 1945. 10,000 of Botswana men went to the Second World War fight. This was when they also support the British, because the British are putting us up until we are given that protection that we are talking about from that airplane. When they went there, they went as far as North Africa, Middle East, and Europe. When they went there, they don't know nothing about guns. It's just to do some logistic works like building some roads, cooking for the British, and even doing some first aid job. From the 10,000 outside, 210 of them perished that side. Some of them will be killed by the guns. Some of them will be affected by things like TB. And those who are left, they managed to come back home. When they arrive here, that's when they call the war veterans. At the moment, 27th of them are still alive. And those who are still alive, every month end, they're just being given some of the government so they can sustain their lives. Those who passed away, their spouses are the ones who are benefiting from those from the government. Then from here, we are proceeding to the last one on the other side. Okay, about the last one here, picture here just shows a young and sophisticated lady here holding the national flag of this Republic of Botswana. The print is called Buipuso in Botswana, as this Buipuso refers to independence. Every year on the 30th of September, we Botswana, we are celebrating independence. Last year, we are celebrating our 57th anniversary. 2016, it was our golden jubilee, as it was a big celebration of country. 1965, first elections of Botswana were held. The current ruling party, Botswana Democratic Party, or BDP in short, won those elections. Sister Takama became the first prime minister of this country. 30 September 1966, that's when we Botswana achieved or celebrated our first independence. Maybe I can say we are lucky, or maybe I can say God is great, because maybe it's time for social John roads. Maybe the diamonds that we Botswana are benefiting from them at the moment, maybe we'll never benefit from them. That is why I'm saying so. That is after gaining independence, while we are on our own. Following year 1967, that is when the diamonds were discovered in Botswana, in Orapa. Then the process of nation building and development until today. Only development in Botswana around the 50s. It was only just a 5-kilometer tar road from the railway line going to the High Court in Lobatse by day. The High Court that I'm talking about, that relocated to Gaborone, is the one which is next to the other side. Our first capital city, it was called Mafikeng or Mahikeng in South Africa. Like in South Africa, we've seen some provinces, while in a country, we've seen some districts. This 9th one, which is covered of Northwest Province, which includes Mafikeng, it was part of Botswana. Because of that apartheid over that time, that is when they ended up taking part of Northwest. The tribes in our country, you'll mostly find them in the northwestern provinces, and that's why we've got some relatives that are in South Africa. After Mafikeng, Lobati became our second capital city. Lobati is about 67 kilometers from Gaborone, while going down south. That town of Lobati, it also got much history. Late former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, he was given a political asylum in that town of Lobati, a family of fish eating, together with the late former president of Mozambique, Samora Machel. He was also being given a political asylum in that town of Lobati, a family of Kabwe. Then after Lobati, Gaborone became our permanent capital city. The area which we are in right now, it's our new central business district, our new CBD. Way back we Botswana, we were using the flag for Britain. Cousin to Queen Elizabeth came here to come and build the one we're using right now. She was covered for Princess Marina. Even in Gaborone, we've got the hospital covered of Princess Marina. It was named after her. The moment he pulled down the flag for Britain, down, pulling the one for Botswana up, the rain poured that day. That is why our currency is called the pula, and even a slogan is called the pula. There is no water, there's no life. With no water, you can survive, because water is life. Now let me show you how we're doing our traditional dance here. Are you ready for it? Yes. Are you ready for it again? Yeah, that's why we are doing it. Yeah.